You run! No! Taryn! Hi, it's Ronald off the record. I am going to be reacting to episode 2 of season 5 of Stranger Things today. I'm a lawyer who makes video on entertainment I enjoy, and I'm putting out on my public channel a edited reaction once per week, and if you want early access, go to my Patreon and support me there. I'm a true volunteer lawyer, where I have my full reactions and also early access. But yeah, I'm a lawyer who tries to bring analysis and heart to my takes on things. And yeah, episode 1 was a lot of setup. I really enjoyed it. I'm known as the Byler Lawyer among people who cheer for the Mike and Will romantic ship, which I think will happen this season. So episode 1 had the big reveal in the first few minutes that Will has been important to Vecna's plans, and Vecna had plans for him years before abducting him, apparently. And then Dustin gets beaten up, and then Holly looks like she's about to be taken. I have not yet seen the episode title of episode 2, which is The Vanishing of ... That's what was released by Netflix. I have been very careful about exposing myself to spoilers so that I can give unfiltered reactions. But yeah, I'm not sure whether she's going to be taken. Maybe this is all a setup for her to be saved by Mr. Whatsit, because it seems like Vecna is trying to gain her trust and is telling her that he'll protect her from monsters. Or maybe it's a lure for getting at his true goal, to get at Will. And I am wondering why Will has this new power to see through the Demogorgon's eyes. I'm wondering if Vecna is pulling the strings, and whether Will led the Demogorgon to their house, either to get Holly or to get everyone, or as part of some plan that I'm not aware of. We will see. Okay, Holly. Oh no! You hurt that little girl. Abba, I love Abba, but now's not the time. She is too drunk to fight any monsters. Is he at the house? No, he's trying to take Holly. This is a poltergeist shot. This is from Poltergeist. Oh, this is so terrifying for her. Okay, fuck the people saying she's too old to play this role. You need an experienced actor for this shit. So... No, scream at her more. That was kind of not making sense. You can convince your mom there's a real monster. If you are really... It would be real. She has never seen this before. Yep, had to get out of there. She's hiding in the closet. No, we know she's in the tub. They're in the tub. Oh, God. Oh no, Ted. Ted is gonna try to fight something.
Heavens to Betsy.
Uh-oh. Run! Run, Ted! No. No, Ted! You can't fight this thing. I admire your courage. At least you're useful! Or trying to be. No! No, no! She's on my... She's on my danger list.
Stay
You run!
from my daughter!
No! Taryn! No!
Nancy,
What?
what's going on? Talk to me. What?
That's her. No. Oh my God. Save her life. Anyway, I said I couldn't take a mom dying for their kid. We'll see. It took Holly.
Go, 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 go!
Go! The Vanishing of Holly Wheeler. Okay, that's what it's called. Alright, which many had suspected, including myself. I think Karen would... they would have killed her by now if she was going to die. Yeah, and the fallout this is going to have, the Byers family are going to feel guilty for having gone to that house. We don't know why it's gone for Holly. Everyone's going to need to save Holly now. They weren't kidding when they were going to go to hit the ground running. Oh, she's fucked up. Oh my god. This is a mature rating. This is why it has a mature rating. I raised in my analysis video, I'm like, I don't know. I feel like they should have told the Wheeler family and not had them completely blindsided. They should have some weapons in the house or something. Anyway, they're all gonna feel guilty, really. Everybody, not just the Byers, but the Wheelers too. And Megan's here. Megan's here to comfort me. Okay. And she's gonna sit on my Byler bingo card. Nancy and Mike should hug each other.
This is all our fault. We got there as fast as we could.
I'm not talking about tonight. We could have acted last week, last fall. We could have tried to get them out of Hawkins or at least told them the truth.
After all this time, it comes for Holly? Holly, who has nothing to do with any...
It would have gone for Will or something. I mean... Anyway, I'm with Nancy here. I hope Mike's brains return.
Ragnar told me this would happen. He showed me.
Yes.
Because if this was really about making you guys suffer, why leave your parents alive?
Okay, this is Mike's department. This is where he comes up with ideas. Hold on. Let's see. Brain!
Take Holly into the...
Or Dustin.
Why send one of his pets? What I'm saying is, I don't know, and neither do you. Deja vu, because this is exactly what happened to Will at almost exactly the same time.
Mm-hmm.
November 3rd. Will was taken on the 6th. We are less than 3 days away. I don't believe in coincidences.
Lucas is right.
Not anymore.
Mike, brain. And one of the things I talked about too is how Holly being taken would resurface both Mike and Will's trauma. Will not want what happened to him to happen to another kid, and Mike's gonna remember the time he lost Will, though I don't know if his brain cells are back yet right now. We will see.
You think it could be her, sir?
No.
He thinks she would make a gate? He thinks she would take the sister? He still suspects Elle's a baddie, I suppose. I don't know if the doctor does, though. Oh, you can kick its ass. You've leveled up, Elle. Oh, wait, that's Hopper.
It's like I was the Demogorgon.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if he's actually controlling it subconsciously, or Vecna's using him to do it. And also, you know, how would the Demogorgon know where the house was?
I must have somehow tapped back into the hive mind.
But we severed the connection.
I don't think it was ever
He never told her.
truly. And maybe if I go back there, then I can connect back to the hive mind, to the signal.
Alright, he has to go to that spot in the woods. Apparently that's like a spot in the woods. So I think the Demogorgon was there. But I know that he was attuned to Holly, though. So that's why I'm a little thrown off here. But the idea is to find Holly using his upside-down dar.
We've got to get the squawk back up so we can find Hopper.
Hopper, right? So this is about your boyfriend.
He's
Oh.
our only connection to the upside down, to Elle.
And how does that get us closer to Holly? She's in there, Mom, all alone. I know what that's like. I won't just leave
Yeah.
her there.
We're going to get her back, but we're not going to risk your life while doing it.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're both right. They need to get the radio station up, but Will is also... This is bringing back everything for Will. And he might remember the upside down through what's going on with saving Holly. It might bring back memories.
Well, you think we should go see her at the hospital?
They have to find Hopper.
I mean,
Help Hopper get back.
We stick to the plan.
Like, it might take a lot of time.
Okay.
You know, the hospital is on the way. We could just bring Nancy, like, flowers or something.
I just thought that tonight of all nights, you might just give it a rest.
What a rest.
This bullshit macho competition for Nancy's attention.
I didn't think about how Steve, I guess, instigated the race up the tower, but Jonathan played along, though. He shouldn't have played along if this is his position.
Her sister is missing, and all you can think about is giving her flowers. You selfish, chauvinistic meathead!
I'm with Jonathan here. Getting Hopper is key to getting Elle and Holly back.
Me worrying about my good friend, my friend? Yeah, that makes me the selfish one. Maybe.
You're bringing her flowers.
You're the problem.
Oh, okay, flowers for someone who's family member. Okay, sorry. I was thinking that was immediately romantic, but yeah, someone's parents need to get well soon. But still, I don't. That's not the only motive here.
You're the problem, dude. Because ever since you got back from California, you've been acting like a total paranoid pothead weirdo.
Don't take the bait, Jonathan.
On me and started focusing on her. Maybe then the two of you would finally be happy. Because right now.
Oh, he's probably saying some truth bombs though. Yeah, I thought being away from Nancy was causing him to kind of self-medicate, but apparently he's still doing it. Things are not resolved. At least they're communicating.
We don't drive, ever, do we? Do we?
What?
No.
No, we take the tunnels, and we don't
What? They had to get there in time to save her family.
surface until it's clear, until it's safe.
Holly was in danger.
Yeah.
No, so are you.
When I searched for Holly, I could not find her. So maybe wherever she is, he is. Where my powers cannot reach.
Your theory is what exactly? So the Demogorgon has taken little Holly Wheeler to Vecna, some kind of early Christmas present?
It kind of makes sense. I mean, it didn't kill Holly. Why did it go to the house at all?
You haven't put any thought into anything you've been doing tonight. You've been acting on impulse,
Shut up.
on emotion.
You have any alternative explanation, Hopper? I mean, it just happens to get Holly, and she cannot find the thing for some reason. Give another explanation. Just because one thing doesn't add up. Yeah. Everyone's in arguments this episode. I like it. Anyway, I think Hopper might die this season because all of this protectiveness is like of Elle is setting that up, or have a big old near death. So Elle couldn't find Max either. So the answer to finding them is going to be the same for all of them, probably. Mike's going to figure things out.
Okay, so you're not gonna believe this.
Mike, brain, turn on.
What if Mr. What's-It isn't a figment of Holly's imagination? What if
Yeah.
he's real?
So who the hell is he?
I don't know.
And how does he know that Holly's in danger?
Okay. It would be weird if it were Vecna, because why would Vecna warn Holly of what the Demogorgon would do? Which I guess maybe was why Mike dismissed it, because why would there be a benevolent supernatural creature? I don't know.
Of all the crawls, this was like the one to miss. So well done, Henderson. Really, really, like, well done.
Aren't you gonna find out why he's all fucked up? Anyway, can people be a little less argumentative in this episode? I mean, it's fine to argue, but at least have some empathy and figure things out.
Speechless.
Anyway, Justin's not telling them what happened. I guess he just figures the immediate situation's more important. But yeah, he kind of was not... He was being reckless. And maybe he's a little embarrassed by it. Of course, obviously didn't deserve the shit beaten out of him, but maybe not bring it up right now.
Your concern for me is overwhelming, Steve.
My concern. I have shown nothing but concern for you since forever.
And we are screwed because you don't know how to do the most basic thing like preventive power.
Shut up, Dustin. Yeah, don't just blame Steve for everything.
See this? This right here is your problem.
It's the
Henderson.
easiest thing in the world.
I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Good, I don't want to talk to you either.
Good.
Good.
Mm-mm. They're gonna get together again, but this is... Yeah. Dustin's drift has, caused a drift between these two. Yeah. Dustin's normal confidence has in the face of Eddie dying turned into a real being an asshole, being to other people and going his own path regardless of what other people think. He's closing himself off, but we will see what happens. And he doesn't want to let himself be vulnerable about losing Eddie either. I mean, yeah, he shared with people that Eddie died, but I don't know. I think being open and vulnerable with Steve there's something scary about that, about being close to another older male mentor to him right now. Uh-oh, Robin's gonna have a revelation. Talk to Will!
The flux capacitor's down again.
She's making this up so she can talk to Will.
You think so?
Totally.
Okay, I'm trying to get their plans straight. So, they got the radio station up, and sure, it was worth trying. Joyce's idea of using it to, I guess, extract Hopper. I don't know exactly why they needed the radio station up to do that. Okay, Will's plan is to find Holly. Okay, so let's see what they're gonna say.
Screw it.
They're gonna have some gay bonding.
Sarah, bravest person I ever knew. She stared death in the face. She never got scared. She never wavered.
This is setting up a big death flag for Hopper. He's talking about himself. I mean, who's the bravest person he knows? We're about to find out.
So, that's why you don't want me in here. Because you think Vecna will win, and I will die.
Yes.
Finding your mother when you did saved her life. Let's not risk it now. All right, sweetheart.
Oh, that ticked her off. But yeah, it's not like she's in surgery. She can point to an alphabet. Don't do what he says. She's gonna get a candy striper outfit. What would Mike wear? A janitor's outfit? Well, something.
Hey, Mom,
Disregard, it's false alarm.
Is your receiver in any way connected to the flux capacitor?
That's from Back to the Future. It doesn't exist.
Robin said it was down, but he and Will are working on it, and I just wanted to make sure it wasn't messing with your connection.
Might as well push our luck.
They should have some weapons. There were some guns in that headquarters that they should have brought with them. Or something. Oh. There's a conversation!
I've been meaning to ask you. Were you at the hospital yesterday?
The hospital? No.
Could've sworn I saw you there. But, Vicky, she's a candy striper. My friend. We're friends. Good friends. Thing is, some people might not understand our friendship. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you were there and you did see something...
Okay, this is now so far suggesting to me Robin does not suspect Will's gay. She's purely concerned about someone knowing about her and Vicky.
It might just be better if, nobody knew. It stayed between us.
I didn't see anything. I heard laughter.
What?
Playing.
Will!
I thought that they would have more of a conversation, but that's to come, I suppose. He thinks that the place to be would be at the school. And that also is where Holly had her experience. There were also rainbows there. It was also very rainbowy. And Holly has rainbows. So these are all random connections I'm making. What if rainbows and have something to do with this? And elementary schools are colorful places. It's the wall? Ugh. Alright, so her detection cannot go beyond this wall. And this is where Max might be. Ew. That's really tall. He's a patient.
Don't look back.
Rest your voice.
Don't try to talk. It's your throat. It's gonna be okay. Just it needs time to heal.
She feels awful. She feels sad that she wants to know what's happened to Holly, and she feels bad for not protecting her children.
Holly.
Yeah.
Holly's
Missing.
We're gonna get her back. We just need your help. We think there's someone that knows where Holly is.
She calls him Mr. What's It.
We're looking for this. So I think I was here, right here on this merry-go-rounder. You said yourself Vecna controls the hive mind, so when he searches for his victims...
He invades their minds.
He sees what they see.
Did Holly
Oh. He sees what his victims see. Okay, and Will knows this because he saw through the Demogorgon's eyes. Because he could... Well, the hive mind lets you see... That's a way to locate somebody, to see through them.
He is gentle and kind.
What if I was seeing through the eyes of Vecna's next victim, this victim he's stalking, which means I was seeing through
Holly's eyes. But if that's true, it would mean
I was Vecna.
Say if he has a first name?
Henry?
Alright, yeah.
And after, I'll save your family too, of course.
Alright, so what's going on there? Vecna is going after Holly and explaining to her that here's the safe house to protect you from the monsters. You and then your friends go there first, and then your family. But he's really hunting them for his purposes that are unrevealed. Okay. Alright. That's what it seems like. I'll have to think about this more. I'm going to think about this, and also field comments and questions on my Patreon. It's been a day since I watched episode 2. That was very harrowing, the first few minutes. I only have 3 comments today from supporters of my Patreon. I posted this post asking for comments kind of late. I was having technical difficulties. Also, this episode didn't have much Byler-related stuff, and I'll go into why. Just the structure of the episode. Ivy Jenkins says, the dynamic between Will and Robin really speaks to me, as when I was a gay boy in high school, many of my friends were lesbians. Do you have any expectations for their relationship moving forward in this season? This shows how much heteronormativity and how strong homophobia, which are still forces today, but particularly how it would affect people in a small town in the 80s, where clearly Robin is still in the closet too. She's only come out to Steve, and that was very terrifying for her. We're going by baby steps with them, and they haven't even acknowledged that Will was there either. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be a mutual coming out between the two of them. I expected more of a mentor role by Robin, but that will come, I'm sure. Tristan Theremin says, do you think Robin will guess Will is gay soon, or do you think they will keep her out of the know? How does either work for Will's coming out plot? I think if Robin were to find out Will is gay, it's from seeing how he interacts with Mike. Not from an in-universe writing, an in-universe standpoint, but from a writing standpoint. I don't think Will take the initiative. He's so deep in the closet. So I do think Robin will guess Will is gay. I think that will happen. He's not even acknowledging that he was at the hospital. He wants to really bury that the possibility of talking about it, which Robin will understand. The fact that he's lying about being at the hospital is itself evidence that he's gay. If Robin's thinking. And Robin's very smart. And that combined with if she were to see how he and Mike interact, which the thing is, they've been working together doing crawls together for 18 months already. So I'm not sure why she would suddenly notice it. I'm going to go through my notes that I had. I'm going to eventually get to Byler, of course. Okay, yay for Ted not being useless. He's been a joke throughout the series as being uninvolved and not there for his family, but he took the golf club. He and his mom just needed to not go toe-to-toe with a Demogorgon. This thing is obviously stronger than you. And they need to focus on running away and getting Holly to get away. I just think it's really funny and meme-worthy that Ted, he goes out playing golf using his golf club. And he also is in a coma, which is, we probably don't see him wake up from the coma because that was an appropriate way for Ted to leave in terms of being important to this series. That was it. That was a way to go, trying to hit something with this golf club of all things. And also it reveals his superpower of being unconscious when important things are going on. He's now in a soap opera coma. I don't see him waking up until the epilogue. Yay for Mike and Nancy scenes and with their mom. For the first time since season 1, they feel like a family. I really like that, though I had hoped Mike and Nancy would show more affection to each other and giving a hug like they just went through something traumatic. Why is Mr. Whatsit slash Vecna slash Henry slash 1? He now has a fourth name. Oh my god. He was already VH1, so he's now VH1W. Why he was visiting Holly, because you saw me go back and forth. Now, why would he tip off Holly and possibly her family about something coming for her? Was it just for the audience? But I think whatever's going on behind the wall, I don't know. But the way the episode ended with Holly walking into this seemingly welcoming house makes me think that he has put her in some kind of mindscape. And what he did with the visits was to gain her trust. So we don't know what happened after the flashback showing Karen fighting the Demogorgon. We just saw Holly screaming, but it is possible something more benevolent appearing took her, and she thinks that she's being rescued, protected from the monster by Mr. Whatsit slash VH1. So that's my theory now. Now, why would he do that though? Like, what is his plan? Why would he need to gain the trust of this child? I don't know. All I know is that, okay, time is apparently important. Lucas mentioned the anniversary of Will's abduction. Mr. Whatsit had a pocket watch. I'm wondering if he has his own Dr. Brenner, whether he's collecting children, because we know that more children will get involved from some previews, some people from Holly's school. What if he has his own lab that he's trying to do something with? And he also abducted Will when he was a child. What if he did something with Will and he wants more people that he can do those same things to who are children? I'm just shooting things, honestly. I've not really thought these through. But then Holly was the only one who was getting those visits. He did mention that he would get the other kids before getting her family. So letting her know to expect more kids. So that's what made me think that. Okay, when will Mike get his brain back? In the past, you've seen him connect dots before and figure things out and be creative with his thinking. I think he was just saying some things to be kind of, to bounce off of Nancy, to give the audience the kind of dialogue, the back and forth we needed. A few other things, I'll jump around. Steve usually have the flowers for the people who need to get well soon. You leave the flowers in their room. The flowers in this case, would be for Karen and Ted. He said they were for Nancy. So that was kind of transparent, actually. Jonathan was right to jump on him on that. I also noticed in my rewatch that when Hopper was bringing up the stuff around not driving to the Wheeler house, Elle was totally right there. She should have hid in the back seat. And I just thought it was interesting that Hopper kind of laid into her and said, sexist stuff about, giving into emotion, blah, blah. But Elle was not having it. She was totally kind of ignoring it. And I'm proud of Elle for that. I don't know if she would have done that before, but she's definitely become her own leader, thinking her own thoughts. And this very important figure in her life, Hopper, she's kind of just, not really swayed by that. So I was impressed by Elle there. Will, when arguing with his mom, said that Holly's alone in the Upside Down and he knows what that's like, which implies he does have memories of the Upside Down, which has never been indicated in the show before. When he woke up in the hospital at the end of season 1, he seemed completely tranquil. I was surprised to hear Will say that. It is already motivating him to rescue Holly. Mr. Whatsit being Vecna was the biggest non-surprise. It was also coupled with another big revelation, which is that Will connected with Vecna as Vecna spied. So Will being the spy is going to figure now. The party is now going to try to figure out a plan now that Will can see what Vecna sees. One of my predictions was that this is going to lead to conflict within the group. Joyce and Mike will be protective of Will. But also, we only know this much about Will's connection to Vecna. It could get worse, more dangerous for Will. I'm guessing that this season is going to refer to the Eye of Vecna, which is an artifact in D&D, because he's now connected to Vecna. I don't think it's going to be exactly like how it works in D&D. I'm going to guess they're going to talk about how he is the Eye of Vecna. However, they also will learn that it corrupts the person. They kind of can lose control of themselves. And I think the fact that the Eye of Vecna, the only way to free yourself from it is to die, is going to come up as well this season. It would fit it with some predictions that I have had that Will try to sacrifice himself for his friends and for Hawkins. But also the Eye of Vecna in D&D gives you powers. So this is also compatible with Will gaining powers. On to Byler. This is what I have now. My willpower meter is at 75% still, and my Byler meter is at 80% still. Now, we hardly had any Byler content in this episode, but I think this episode, it just couldn't happen. Okay, first of all, I was ready to lower my Byler meter again because I felt like the team I'm rooting for, my football team, it feels like we're entering the end of the third quarter and my team has to give possession of the ball over again and we're still 3 touchdowns behind. I was getting anxious there. But on the other hand, I just realized that there just hasn't been occasion for these two in the A plot for them to have scenes together. It just doesn't make sense. And this episode in particular split the entire group so that they could have some conversations to set up things for later in the season. Will talking to his mom, filling people in who have only tuned in starting the season about his long-term connection to Vecna. Hopper talking to Elle about his daughter Sarah. Dustin and Steve having their argument, having their falling out because of what was going on with the crawl going wrong. So that's just the structure of the A-plot. So you can do a lot with a couple of scenes to make Byler seem much more possible. So yeah, we'll see what happens in the next 2 episodes. I think it has to happen during Volume 1, the seeds are being planted for the season. And Will has said that, Noah has said most of his time working the season has been with Finn. So anyway, that just keeps this objective evidence keeps my Byler meter high. We have the painting lie. And I just have to wave that painting lie flag because that exists. That's a Chekhov's gun that needs to fire. And what clearly is happening is that, unless there's some surprise flashback, is that Mike doesn't know the origin of the painting. And Elle thinks Mike loves her. Mike thought that painting was from Elle. So we'll see that unravel, probably. Also, Will defied his mom. He and Robin were right. They needed to find Holly. This is a hint that Will's going to gain confidence this season. And also him telling his mom, like, oh, so this is all about getting your boyfriend. That was another Vine boom moment. I was a little disappointed that Joyce didn't react to that. Maybe they have a rapport with each other where they can really be that honest and frank with each other. I don't know. But I thought it was weird that she didn't react to that. Okay, I want to show something from the episode that I noticed. Okay, here we go. I assume some eagle-eyed Bylers have noticed this. All right. Blue and yellow. Blue and yellow merry-go-round and blue and yellow swings. And we have Will saying Miss Harris's recess. So this is his elementary school. He knows that teacher. This is the scene where this is the playground where Mike and Will met. And it's blue and yellow swings. Anyway, that is a Byler clue, and I don't know if we'll see a flashback to their meeting. Okay, so what can we look forward to? This whole episode is kind of like how all of the previous seasons were, where everyone was kind of split up for a while, and then they join later. I feel like this was all condensed into this episode. Now that Holly's taken, they need to reunite. I think that when Joyce found out the flux capacitor is not real, they're going to now hunt Will and Robin. I hope they brought walkie-talkies. If Will and Robin did not bring walkie-talkies and no weapons, they were being stupid. What's up with that? They'll probably detect Hopper and Elle then exit the Upside Down. They come up with a plan. And yeah, that's my only prediction, really. I don't know what's coming up now. This is The Crawl, Part 2. And now, what is next? It's going to be some kind of plan that the gang comes up with. It's called the Turnabout Trap, and I don't know. I heard that it's a rich family in Hawkins. Maybe it's one of the kids in the elementary school. Maybe Derek, the person who's, I think, a bully of Holly, comes from that family. I don't know. I assume the trap is something that the party comes up with. Okay, also, I just have this question. What was that random noise? It sounded like a Demogorgon on the radio. And then later, Will said that he sensed a Demogorgon going to its lair. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why there would have been a Demogorgon just prowling around him, but that has to come up later. All right, so that's my analysis of episode 2. I'm now looking forward to episode 3. Now, oh my God, I need to shield my eyes better. I've been on YouTube and I see some thumbnails on the side recommending videos to me showing what seems to be, I think, a scene in a field with Mike and Will. the scene that they were shooting in front of that big orange, the sunset lighting screen that Noah shared on his Instagram. First of all, that's not new. We kind of knew that something like that was going to come up. But oh my god, it does make me wish we just had episodes one a week. I don't like the binge model, personally. I like much more everyone experiencing the story together and able to talk to each other and not be worried about, like, oh, I can't talk to you yet. Have you seen the episodes yet? No, I haven't. Don't talk to me about it, blah, blah, blah. And then also people having to hide from the internet because people just immediately go online and change their profile pictures to Mike and Will kissing or what have you. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I think these stories are better experience. With the way this is written, with all of the, intricate mystery involved, like peeling back an onion, I feel it's cheapened by the binge model. Anyway, I'm glad this isn't 3 volumes, though. Okay, that's my rant that I end with. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you with the next episode. Bye-bye.